All right, guys. Welcome to Under the Arch Sports. We're going to talk about this whole Cardinals business relating to Max Scherzer. I'm Eric Hobbs. That's David Woldigan. Please like, subscribe, do all the things. This is just stupid. You know, so the Cardinals, not wanting Max Scherzer, it's resurfaced, David, and Randy Carricker brought it up. 101 ESPN. Here's the gist of it: 2014 offseason. Scherzer has an offer, 7 years. Was it 210 million bucks?
Yes.
Average annual value of 30 million a year. They ended up deferring the payments and so forth. So it wasn't quite that much for those years, but that was the deal that he was offered. When he got that offer, he hit up Waino and said, "Tell the Cardinals front office, here's what I'm offered. If they can come close, I'm going to the Cardinals." Waino said, "Cool, on it." Told the front office. The front office just said, "Cool, we're doing nothing."
I don't even know if they said
And
that. It could have been just crickets.
yeah, yeah. The upshot is they had Max Scherzer in the palm of their hand, and they did nothing. And this is something that's came to light on Tuesday and went nuts on social media, totally viral, all that. So here's one problem. I said it kind of surfaced. I believe the proper description would be to say it resurfaced. This was a known thing that apparently everybody just forgot.
Or it was glossed over at the time.
Yeah, I mean, so this is something that there were Derek Gould had a story from 2015 talking about this. Bernie Miklasz was talking about this in 2017. Those are linked stuff from the article on Redbird Rants, Josh Jacobs, and the other thing is Bill DeWitt III has been quoted years ago calling this a major miss. Mea culpa, we screwed up. He said this years ago. So I think if there's going to be casual fans who didn't know this. So there probably is genuine initial shock. Otherwise, people are just kind of forgot, which years later, all right. But I think the bigger thing here is that it's taken a different light given the past couple of years where the Cardinals front office being a bunch of cheapskates, they're not even trying to hide it the last couple of years. And the pitching has gone from being elite to being a complete disaster, train wreck mess.
Well,
Go ahead.
the other thing I find interesting, it just to continue with what you're saying there, is they had a chance to sign him again for a 2-year deal, but he ended up going to the Mets instead. And this goes back to what I get there being cheapskates, but the path they were going on pitching had to change. DeWitt even said they really missed on this. What were they thinking, not even trying to sign him again?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Cardinals saw what happened winning the World Series in 2006 and in 2011. And the way they did it, I think, ended up being a curse for this franchise because they saw we have these random kind of upstart guys who turn out to be heroes. Go back to 2006. The World Series MVP is David freaking Eckstein on a team that still has the MV3. 2011, David Freese, coming out of nowhere. Alan Craig was a major hero, right?
Let's not forget they snuck into the playoffs in the last day of the year.
Yeah, right at the end there. They were 10 and a half out at the end of August or whatever it was. So it's not like these teams that actually won the title. The regular season, they weren't all that good. Yeah, I don't remember the 2011 team's record, but the 06 championship team, 83-78 with one game that was rained out that never got made up. 5 games over 500, and then found a way to win the World Series. Just craziness. I think they'd said, "Oh, we got these random guys who just are heroes. Even they're underrated." I think the front office got hockey in their ability to. I think they said, "We don't need to sign these big contracts. We are so much better. We're the Cardinal way." I think they got full of themselves, and now they're paying for it.
90-72 is what their record was in 2011.
Okay, so good, not great.
Yeah, they finished second and snuck in as a wild card.
Right. Um, you know, so I think it's all of this that has made it resurface, and people are harsher seeing this the second time around. I think that's the gist of it. And
Well, well, and
go ahead.
I get why they're being harsher because I mean, quite honestly, they didn't really learn anything from their mistake in the first place, and they just continued the path. And like I've said it for a couple of years now, you can progressively see this team getting weaker and weaker as the years have gone on, partly because they are trying to save money.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think you've got probably a third, maybe more of this fan base that is openly questioning, is having a winning team really this front office's top priority? Is this franchise committed to winning? And given that that question has become more vocalized and more commonly asked, this
Well,
story resurfacing just looks that much worse, even than it did 7, 8 years ago.
Well, and just look at it this way: during Wayno's like ceremony and stuff, when they announced DeWitt and they announced Mozeliak, they got booed.
Oh yeah,
Like that's something you never hear out of the fan base. That's how like upset and angry they are right now.
oh yeah, and what's annoying is them getting booed will probably have a bigger impact on how much they might spend than anything else because their feelings got hurt. Because I don't trust the front office to do anything. We've already heard, oh, they're going to go after Sonny Gray and Aaron Nola. Okay, yeah, we'll see what happens. I have no faith that they will sign either one of them. No
Yeah,
faith
because
whatsoever.
who says they want to come to us?
I think
So
that's a
what?
fair question.
So what do you do when they say no? What's your next option?
Yeah, you got to sign somebody. I mean, yeah, some guys are just gonna see who's willing to pay the most, but not everybody. This whole story, case in point, Scherzer was going to take the hometown discount or offer it, I guess. I don't know. It's a silly story, just for the way it's resurfacing nearly a decade later, but it underscores just the mindset and the lack of willingness to truly invest. I think that's the biggest takeaway is that this is not a new thing.
Well, and I think it also magnifies just the state the team is in now because of decisions like that.
Yeah. Yep. That's really all
But
there is to it.
yeah, but now they're stuck with the product, so are we. Uh, let's see what kind of changes they try and make during the off season, and we can continue to criticize.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see what AAA guy is. The next big thing, and ends up being a lifetime 200 hitter that they think is the next big thing.
And then how they continue to push Tyler O'Neill, even though he does nothing for
So
you.
get hurt.
But with the off season coming up, we'll keep you updated with all things Cardinals. So continue to watch.